Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. We're going to take a look at Scorpio and Virgo, the relationship. I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I did meditate over these cards. We're going to take a look and see what's going on in this connection. Let's jump right into it. Scorpio! Scorpio, I see you could be celebrating some kind of success with something. The Nine of Pentacles upright signals somebody who's not necessarily concerned about money, all right? Some of you are not concerned about money for whatever reasons, but some of you really don't need to be concerned about money. But do you understand what I'm saying? Some of you need to be concerned about money, and others of you, you're good. All right, so kind of however there. This is what I'm getting, that's what I'm going to put out. I feel like for you guys, whatever worries you had about material, order, safety, success is there for you. All right, but with this energy, I also kind of feel like this talks about you doing things on your own, solo energy. All right, let's take a look at the next energy for Scorpio, reversed here. We have the Lovers. This card talks about Scorpio developing. Scorpio coming full circle with who it is they are. Scorpio is starting to understand that given everything that's ever happened, right? They've learned these lessons, they've taken the stories, they've incorporated, and it's almost like they use it as kind of like a guide with the Lovers. So we do see here Scorpio is developing Scorpio's personality, right? There are certain parts of Scorpio's personality coming together. It's kind of like the funny part, the smart part, the dumb part, the ignorant part, whatever. Whatever, Scorpio. So everything is coming together and you start to deal with it internally, I think, right? Now, along with this, you start to understand the reason why I have to get these things in balance, meaning these things that are just all over the place, right? Certain aspects of myself, my personality, I have to bring these in together. They have to come full circle somehow. And I feel like with the Lovers reverse, that's when it starts to happen. When you're able to incorporate different sides of yourself into one and start to understand when something or one part of you needs to stand out a little bit more now than at other times. Like every skill that I have is not necessarily necessary for this situation, but it is in my back pocket in case I need it. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting for you guys. It's some kind of growth where you're trying to find balance within yourself and who you are. Now, some of you guys also could be trying to force a situation. You could be forcing yourself to vibe with Virgo, whatever this means to you. I feel like this is many things, but some of you guys are struggling with vibing, all right? I feel like because of this indecision in a sense, right, this starts to have some kind of an impact on maybe the projects that you're dealing with. I think some of you guys have projects that require more than two hands. And I also feel like you might be forcing something to work that cannot work at the time. Why is it not working right now? Because there's some things that you need to clear up. And then things will be more open for you to receive assistance, help, and the help required to complete some kind of a project or something like that is what I'm getting, all right? Now, I also see here with this card, the Lovers reversed, right? I see that some of you guys in this connection feel like we are not compatible, right? So remember, Scorpio's got these solo endeavors. I feel like you're doing this on your own. You're like, okay, I'm bringing myself together. I'm trying to make everything work, but I also feel like this is solo for you. You kind of feel like you're incompatible with Virgo. We also have the Moon card. We also hear Scorpio is deciding, right? I need to pay attention to my dreams, all right? I feel like there's some instinctual things that maybe I've been ignoring. I need to pay attention to them, all right? See, Scorpio kind of feels like I'm getting taken for a ride in a sense, right? But that's because there's something going on with Virgo here. It's really hard to tell where this couple is. And I'm going to be honest, I was just like, it's all over the place for me, but it kind of makes sense with Scorpio. I think Scorpio's in a space of deciding what is deceit and what is truth. I think Scorpio starts to pay attention to Scorpio's dreams, right? And then somehow I feel like Scorpio may have been taken for a ride in this relationship. Or maybe you thought it was going to go further than it did, all right? But one thing that can't be ignored is Scorpio getting this intuition that Virgo doesn't want this. I get this feeling you don't want this. So I don't know if that's why I'm not investing as much into it. All right. See, remember, Scorpio's enjoying resources and things like that. Personality coming together. I'm starting to admit certain things. This is not looking the way I needed it to look. Let's see if this couple continues or if they give up hope. Now, we do have the Virgo. All right. Virgo in this connection and the Scorpio-Virgo relationship. Now, on an individual level here, we do see with the King of Wands. This talks about Maybe it's some sort of a person who has something to do with business or something. It could be something who's charming. They have a lot of like charisma, things like that. But ultimately, the Knight of Wands in this reading, because it's reversed, talks about there's some good news coming out about work. It could be some good news coming about work or some kind of social activities. All right, there's a trip coming up. Some of you guys could be prepared to propose. Somebody might want to change residence, change jobs, proposal, taking things further. I want to be faithful to you. That's the energy that I'm getting, right? So I see somebody who's enjoying success really in all aspects. And then I see here with Virgo, there's some good news coming. So I don't know if somebody's proposing. Let's see what else happens here. All right. So you're going to get some kind of a message here, Virgo. The Two of Wands here is your next card. This talks about you could be investing in some sort of a business, right? Some sort of business that's actually going to help you achieve something that you want to achieve. There's something that you're trying to gain. This could be, now remember, this could be a job. This could be changing residence. Some of you guys are maybe trying to buy some new property. We do see you here on top of a house, right? The world in your hands, right? So I see you sitting on top of a window, but ultimately, what are you looking at? I'm looking at the moon. The moon does show up here, but it shows up for Scorpio, all right? Getting taken. Ooh, somebody, I don't know, somebody might not trust the situation because you guys feel like you might be being taken for a ride. I don't know if this is Scorpio mistrusting, but let's go back over to Virgo and let's take a look and see where we are here. Now, because you are waiting for the results of something, that suggests to me, Virgo, that you made some kind of an investment. So some of you guys could be waiting on a return from some purchase, or this could be you waiting for the bank to call you about a house. This could be you waiting to hear back about a job. All right, but there's something that you want to achieve, but you're waiting. So when you're in a waiting status, that kind of signals I'm going to wait and see how this plays out. All right? Yeah. When we look at the Lovers, and we're going to go back to these cards right next to each other, like I said before, there's a situation going on with Scorpio that requires two people. It could be building a relationship. It's going to require both of us if you want it to work. But Scorpio somehow feels like Virgo doesn't want this. So this to me says it might be some sort of lack of communication, because it looks like Virgo is all in. Or does Virgo give up? All right. Now, Virgo's investing in some kind of business, and you may have to get over some obstacles so that this business plan can run smoothly. Now, some of you guys here with the Two of Wands choose to change course when it comes to business. There's something that has to change. And let me just put this in a separate little message. If you're Virgo out there, something may have to change with your business. You guys could be changing business partners. There could be a loss of support for whatever reasons, okay? Some of you guys could be waiting on bank loans, like I mentioned earlier. That could stall your plans here. Now, if you're stalling your plans, I think you might want to express that to your Scorpio, because they're like, hey, there are delays here. So I kind of feel like you guys are in cahoots together in a sense when it comes to business as well. So I could be looking at two business partners. All right, so at the end of the day, there's some unexpected factors that put this situation into a delay. I feel like this is a couple that not only deals with affairs of the heart, but I also feel like you're combined with business or something. Something having to do with business, guys. All right, so at the end of the day with the Eight of Cups, when we look at the Eight of Cups here for Virgo, when I see this card, this talks about Virgo working really hard. I'm mastering my craft. I'm trying to get something done. I see you're focused on money investments. All right. Now, this also shows, in some instances, this can be read two ways. Virgo's walking away from this relationship, or Virgo could be walking away from some kind of a business deal, and Scorpio didn't know about it. I don't know. Anyway, you probably didn't know about the business deal, but it looks like you kind of did. I feel like you guys are in cahoots. All right, you guys are walking away from some kind of a situation if this has to do with affairs of the heart. So I do see the moon sign card. When we see the moon here under Scorpio's energy, let's be frank now, right? There's some unforeseen problems. There's something that is voluntary here. I volunteer going with it. I'm going to take myself away from this situation. All right, I'm trusting my intuition at this time because I feel like that's something that I need to do. At the end of the day, when I bring these things together in my personality, I'm acknowledging that there's something that needs to be changed. I'm following my instinct, okay? Now here with the Eight of Cups for the energy of Virgo, I see that you're trying to walk away from something, but you're walking away from a situation without going over what the actual issue is, all right? So you know what that does? Sometimes when you walk away from people and you don't say anything, it's forever I held my peace. I never said what I had to say. For some of you guys, that's it. That's the final moment. I'm going to walk away. I don't care. And for some of you guys, it's forever going to be this thing in you where you need closure. So I want you guys to think before you completely walk away from a situation, especially without getting to the bottom of why the walking away had to happen. Now, whether this is affairs of the heart or whether or not this is business, you're probably, in some instances, going to have to walk away. Get to the bottom of what the issue is. All right. Common energy for you guys. Listen, I feel like there's a lot of love here. I do. But I feel like there's a lot of self-development going on. I feel like Scorpio's developing in some sense, or admitting some things to Scorpio's self, or Scorpio feels like, I'm not forcing this situation, all right? I feel like we're starting to become incompatible. But at the end of the day, I feel like Scorpio never gives up on this. But also here too, when I look at the common energy, which is Two of Cups reversed, this card is the same thing, even reversed. It's just delays. So this talks about romantic love. I have feelings for you. Partnership, marriage, proposal. Back to the proposals, guys. I feel like somebody's going to propose to it. This is not for everybody. I want to be very clear. I don't want nobody walking out of here thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get me a ring tonight. We going to dinner out. No, it's not going to be, I don't know what this is. It could be like that for you, but for some of you, it's not that way. All right? But some of you guys are going to get proposed to, or you're going to propose. It's just going to take a little bit more time than you thought. All right. Now, another thing going on in this relationship that I noticed, right? I feel like you guys, and some of you might be business partners who are in a relationship. I see that here because for some reason with the Two of Cups reversed, some of you guys have to keep this relationship a secret. Some of you guys could be dealing with each other at a workforce. Some of you guys could be on a project, something having to do with business, where I feel like if it were looked at and people knew about it, people would be like, oh, that's interesting, right? All right, but I do show that you guys are in tandem. Now, when I say in tandem, usually we're on the same page. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like we have somebody who's developing and somebody who's trying to grow their business and get prepared for something, but ultimately, I want to walk away. But I feel like you guys don't walk away. Scorpio's hiding some stuff or going through something. They haven't said anything, but I still want this to work. It's just going to be a delay until I get myself together. Okay, now let me see where my other cards are. May as well hang out with me for a second, because I have to find them. I do want to go back to you. Those are not there. Wait, are they? Nope. Empty box. The empty box means the cards are out. Yep, they start falling already. That's great. Okay. I'm finding my I'm finding my cards, guys. I'm just pulling them out. See, I'm trying to pull out the one. I'm still trying to keep the place like clean. So, all right. Let's see what's going. Ooh, what was that? I don't know what that was. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss and holiday time together. Whatever that means to you. Maybe you guys are going on a trip. Some of you guys could be going on a trip, because I see that Virgo is thinking about marriage. There is some good news coming. Events coming up. There could be a trip coming up, and we just pulled the holiday, the honeymoon card, where you guys take a trip and retreat, get to know each other, changing a job or a residence, engagement, faithful. Some of you guys are going to go on a trip and somebody's going to propose to you. We also see Virgos. I'm waiting for the results first before I invest. That could apply to a relationship, or that could apply to business. I'm going to wait before I invest. So there's a delay here. I see how you move before I give you that thing that got to be back to the store in 14 days. Oh, no. I keep telling y'all that. Anyway, what's going on with this connection here? What else do we need to know about Scorpio and Virgo, the relationship? April 2022. What do we need to know? Finances and career. That does come up. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That could be delays too. Maybe you guys can't afford to get what you want at the moment. Some of you guys aren't even sure if you want to be together. Religious factors. Wow, they're coming out today. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so some of you guys could feel like, and I'm going to be real with you for what I get, some of you guys are not on the same page when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to religion, whatever. But some of you guys, aside from that, when it comes to finances, feel like I'm not ready financially and I'm not going to do anything before I get there. I think with this connection, before you guys truly make decisions to be with each other and make this go public, I kind of feel like these are the things that need to be addressed. Now, everything in this line here under Two of Cups falls reverse. Finances and career, focus on that. Religious factors, focus on that. Religious factors sometimes also something that drives somebody from not being with you until they're financially stable. All right, you have a lot of different people with a lot of different beliefs. So whatever this means to you, however it applies to you. Give me one more, please. Ooh, give me one more. Give me one more for Scorpio and Virgo. It's safe for you to love. Alright, so again, guys, this card is reversed too. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Now remember, Scorpio is not necessarily trusting this whole thing. I don't know if it's safe. I feel like you guys are not secure in a relationship just yet, and that's probably why it hasn't gone public. I think you're still trying to figure out if you trust, with Scorpio trust Virgo or Virgo trust Scorpio, to put it out there. This is the highest energy of all. I'm going to make sure it's right before I announce it to the world. Hang on. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's interesting. Now, that's upright. Now, I already told you Scorpio is questioning whether or not they're compatible. So I feel like that's where some of you are. I feel like you're not ready to give up, but you're not ready to give in. I feel like Virgo has, I hate to say this, in some instances, and take this how it applies, I feel like Virgo's feelings tend to be a little bit stronger, right? That's what it looks like at first. But then there's some unexpected changes that make Virgo kind of pull out of it. I don't know if I want to do this, all right? I'm starting to understand that side that I knew, there's other sides to this person. I need to get to know those sides too. So there's some indecision here about what you want to do, all right? And I feel like, you know, with Scorpio, there's a development. Like I said before, bringing every aspect of myself together. So I feel like both of you guys are growing. I feel like there's not enough trust here, which equates to unrequited love. There's not enough chemistry at the moment, which is why you guys aren't moving forward. I feel like there's just too much to learn. That's what I feel. Give me one more. Give me one more. And let's see what else. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection. It looks like you guys both acknowledge that the chemistry is there, but we're not on the same page. And I think this is how the energy is going to stay until you get on the same page. I'm going to pull Lover's Oracle. I'm going to see what we need to know out of this deck. This is really kind of like an advice deck, it looks like. Or if messages for each individual come out, they will. Because sometimes they do. But typically, the messages that come out are about folks in a relationship. So, you know, it's usually like couples type of energy. But a lot of these cards are individuals too. They do have individual messages in them. I haven't read all of them, but I've seen enough of them. I'm like, oh, okay. Give me, tell me what I need to know for Scorpio, please, in this relationship between Scorpio and Virgo. Tell me what I need to know. I hate shuffling these. I gotta get used to it. Okay, you know what, guys? Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. You might as well hang out with me for a minute. I know. These are like human stuff. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try and shuffle these. Oops. Sorry. Let's see. I'm gonna try and shuffle these again. Okay, now I'm going to do the other shuffle. Tell me what I need to know for Scorpio, please. Tell me what... Ooh, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio got... This is what I'm going to take, Scorpio. If these other messages are supposed to come out, they will. There's one that fell upright. Let's see what it says. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is a gateway to the soul. Scorpio, I do see you going within, trying to bring things together. Okay, so let's see. The answer dwells in your heart. Yep, there are some changes going on. I think there's something you know. Some of you guys already know that your Virgo's not happy and they're probably going to take off. I hate to say it like that, but some of you guys already know that. The heart is a gateway to the soul. Scorpio, in some cases, is not opening up. Give me more. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Yep, Scorpio's probably going to retreat at the moment. That's why there's some delays. Scorpio's taking a step back because I don't necessarily trust this situation. Tell me about Virgo, please. Tell me, Virgo. Ooh, Virgo. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time because I feel like at one point, Scorpio may have been trying too hard. So I feel like the effort started at different times. Maybe when somebody was backing off, another one was on. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Yep. And Scorpio needs time. You guys are just being cautious to give each other time to develop. And this will come together because it looks like that's what you guys want. I see it. Oops. Sorry, that's a box. So that's what I see. It looks like that's what you guys want. Let's see. Give me one more, please, for Virgo. Give me one more for Virgo, and then I'll pull one more for collective. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So Virgo, advice to you, once you start to trust yourself and also start to trust Scorpio is on a mission, and maybe there's some convincing you need to do. Maybe you need to be a little bit more, I don't know what word to use for that, involved, possibly, in Scorpio's development. Or maybe your Scorpio is just one that doesn't want to talk about it, but you see there are changes. All right. But some of you guys are sitting back friendship. I think at the end of the day, the bottom line for both you guys, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay. So once you guys start to become friends, talk to each other, get to know each other on a friendly level versus keeping it romantic at all times. Develop that side of the friendship, and I think you'll get to the level of Two of Cups where you guys will be comfortable, like I'm getting married to this person, I trust this person, whatever that is for you. All right. I'm done. Woo, that was a lot with no water, right? Okay. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Please. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.